Okay, I'm just going to give you a basic demonstration of how to set up your bandsaw setter and how to operate it. What we have here is a sheet of plywood that is approximately 60 inches by 33. It's just 3/4 thick. These guides are going to be included with the bandsaw setter. They thread into the height that you need to match the height of your blade. And before you put a blade on, the first thing you have to do is zero out your setter. Any piece of metal will do. I just happen to have a handsaw here, so I just clamp that in the vise. Just let the springs take the tension, check your reading, and set it to 0. Okay, so now you grab your bandsaw blade, and any bandsaw blade will work on this setter. You can adjust the height. If it happens to be 1.5 inches, you just change the setting there. This one here is 1 1/4 inches, and it's 7/8 spacing. So the first thing I'm going to do is put it on this guide right there, and then I'm going to put it in the jaw of the setter. Every other guide, the blade should be on the outside. Okay, so usually you start at the weld, and then you just kind of squeeze the jaw closed and get a reading on your first tooth. This one is showing approximately 20/1000 of an inch. 25 is ideal for softwood. Now that's kind of made for the summer sawing. If you're going to saw in the winter, you may want to change that to about 21 or 22. So right now this one's, actually when I squeeze a little tighter, without touching the push point, without touching that, you get an accurate reading. So I'm at 25/1000. Check the next one. Next one is at 19. So until you get used to it, it may take a couple of pushes to get it to 25. So let's see. And this one here, okay, she's at 25. Move on to the next tooth. Every third tooth is what you're setting. There we go, 25. Now I've been setting bandsaw blades for a long time, so it may take a couple of pushes to get the feel of how hard you have to push. Now if you push too hard and the blade reads somewhere around 28 or 29 or above, that's going to cause a scratch in your wood. So what I use is just a piece of metal with a little slit cut into it with a mini grinder. And if you go too far, you just slip it over your tooth, bend it back a few times, and then just squeeze it till you can get a measurement. Right now we're back down to 20. So you just give it a couple pushes, and that one's at 25. There's 2 springs built into the setter. Like I said, that'll allow you to measure your tooth before you actually set it and measure it after you're finished. So again, this one's at 19. Give her a push, that's at 23. One more, we're at 25. Okay, this one here is actually at 29, which will cause a scratch into the wood. I'm going to put this in, just give it a bend back. Now we got it brought back down to 16. So give her another little push. And you can push several times and just increase the pressure each time. Here we go, we're at 25. Check this one, we're at 20. Now we're at 25. So once you get used to the feel of it, you'll be able to set them every shot. It'll take about 6 or 7 minutes to do one side, then you flip the blade inside out, and then you do the other side. I'll usually set my blades every sharpening because knots are basically hardwood, and when you cut through a knot, you'll reduce the set in your blade. And if your set is too low, you'll get very, very wavy lumber. Perfect. Okay, so that's it. It's a basic setup. It's good to go. Now I'll show you how to use the sharpener.